Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Silver Husky. Today I wanted to talk about some different kinds of silver that can be stacked and the benefits behind each one's and maybe some of the drawbacks. I first want to talk about this kind. This is called constitutional silver, junk silver, 90% silver. This was normal coinage that was used up until 1964 that is made out of 90% silver. And as you can see, it looks very much like these quarters. You can hardly tell the difference, right? This one is a bicentennial, but this is still clad. And what I mean by clad is that it has copper and other metals in it to make that alloy. You can see a little bit of that copper right there on the edge, whereas this one is white the whole way through. Just want to give you a little comparison real quick so you can see what those look like when stacked together. You can see the copper banding on the clad coins, and the silver one is very clearly white. I will say that sometimes they do tarnish, and that tarnishing can make the white look a little bit more black than anything. Here's some regular dimes to compare. You can tell the difference there as well. The copper banding on that is very, very visible, whereas the silver is nice and clean. So not all of them will be clean, but just so you guys know, that's what they look like. Benefit to stacking these: sometimes you can find these in your change, but they carry a very low premium when you buy them at the coin shop. And also, you know, they're a fractional form of silver. It takes 14 of these dimes, or $1.40 in any form of 90% silver, $1.40 to make 1 ounce of pure silver. Of course, this isn't pure; it's 90%. So, just to give you another couple examples, here is a 1941, I believe this is 1941D mercury dime. She's in pretty good shape, but this one is another form of 90% silver that came up until 1945. They made them look like this, and before that was one called the barber dime. It's just another example. Here are the silver dollars, back when the dollars were silver. This one is called a Morgan silver dollar, very common date, but no biggie. It is still a really cool coin and in great condition. So just want to show that to you guys. The next kind I want to talk about is government issued bullion coins. These carry very little premium over spot. Some of them carry more than others, but here's one from Canada. Normally the maple leaf is their big one. This one's from Great Britain. Their normal one is the Britannia. All right, here you can see the Queen on this side, the Queen on that side, for Canada, Great Britain, and of course, United States of America, the American Silver Eagle. Here you have in 1986 was the first year of issue for these bullion coins. Benefits behind these is they are backed by the United States government. They're made in mass quantity, so you can get them at a fairly low price over spot. And the other cool thing about them is that they are guaranteed to be at the fineness, which is stated right there. Here you see 4 nines fine for this bad boy, 3 nines fine for that one, and this one is noted as fine silver, which is defined as 3 nines fine for the US Mint. So those are really cool to stack. I've got a ton of those. The next one I want to talk about is generic silver. These are minted privately through other companies. Here is one that's called World of Dragons, and you will see the fineness stamped right there. So you see at the bottom it says 1 troy ounce of 3 nines fine silver. Really cool designs that you can find for these generic rounds. This is one of the Welsh, so it's a pretty cool looking one. My son has an obsession with dragons, so this is the, I can't even remember what these ones are called, but really cool coin. Destiny Knight, that's right. This is called the Destiny Knight, and this one is also 3 nines fine silver in 2 ounce form. So you can get the bullion rounds or the generic rounds in different denominations, or as far as size and different weights. The next one I want to talk about is bars. I'm not going to do a face reveal, but you can see APMEX makes these really nice 10-ounce bars. So just to talk about bars real quick, the cool thing about bars is they allow you to stack larger amounts in a tighter space, and they do come in different sizes. So here you see a nice 50-gram bar. That's made by some generic company, as well as APMEX are considered generic. But you can also find them in non-generic. These are actually government minted, so these are made by a sovereign mint. In this case, we're talking about Australia, the Perth Mint. So they make these really cool bar coins. So those are pretty neat. In addition, sometimes you find bars that have pretty cool designs. This is a really neat little promo that Gold Silver Bull or Silver Gold Bull did for a while. I think they're still doing it. It's a silver at spot price deal. Go check them out. You might be able to still find that one. And then there are other sovereign minted bullion bars. These 10-ounce Royal Canadian Mint. These are in 4/9 fine silver, which is awesome. So you'll find that bars can come in all a range of sizes. You can even get them in kilo. You can get them in, as you notice, this one. This is in grams. The rest of these are in ounces, 10 ounce, 1 ounce. But you can get them up to a kilo or several kilos. I think I've seen a 3 kilo and a 5 kilo. They make them in 100-ounce bars, which are much bigger. I got a few of those coming in a few days. And you can even get 1,000-ounce. These are like the industrial bars that just look like big melted slabs of silver. So those are pretty cool. So these are some of the really neat government minted 10-ounce bars. Really awesome. And then the last piece to talk about is collector's pieces. So collector's pieces can be anything from a really cool 3D, I think these are called like ultra mega super cameo or something like that. Or they can be really old numismatic coins. The term numismatic meaning having a value greater than just the silver that's in them, which this one does. I believe when the Royal Canadian Mint came out with this one, it was selling for about $250 to maybe $300, and this one minting or coming out as a PF70, as you see right there. There's not many of them that graded that high, so this one is somewhere around an $800 or $900 coin, all because it's in a very high grade, a very low mintage, little things like that. Those all make a difference. So depending on what kind of stacker you are, all of these have some level of benefit to them. These ones, obviously, they're really small, really easy to stack. You can stack them in increments, a little bit at a time. These ones will always hold some level of value because they are, of course, minted in a sovereign mint. These ones just look really cool, and they also have the silver value to them. These ones you can stack larger amounts in a tighter space. And of course, this one can potentially gain tons and tons of value depending on the coin that it is. I've seen some coins, I think that some of the records are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for certain coins, sometimes error coins, and generally they are government minted coins, but sometimes you get the oddball that grades really well and it's not necessarily government minted. So just a couple of thoughts. I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you stack, what you collect, if you consider yourself a stacker versus collector, what the benefits are that you see, and if I missed anything, of course, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the future videos. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that bell and leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking, and if you'd like to see any other videos, I'd love to make them, so let me know. All right, talk to you guys soon.